Hey, thanks so much for tuning in to the Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth. Hopefully you have been encouraged all week long. Happy Saturday, by the way. You've been encouraged all week long as we've been going chapter by chapter, starting in Genesis chapter 1 2 weeks ago. Then all week long we've been going 6, 7, 8, 9, and now we're on Genesis chapter 10. This chapter is considered really the table of nations. A little bit different take on the lineage. Typically, when you go read through the Bible, read through Numbers, some Leviticus, it goes through the lineages of the descendants. And so it goes usually, the son of, and the son of, and the son of. This actually establishes a little bit of the cousins and really a broader aspect of it. And it really is establishing the nations after the flood. I mean, remember, we've been talking about the flood. Then Noah, God saved them, redeemed them. His promises are true, yes and amen. And then now these are the kingdoms, and these are the nations that are going to establish the kingdoms. And so if you read through this, it can seem confusing, but this actually gives us a little bit of a history lesson of these descendants. And so if you read through Ham, verse 20 says, these are the sons of Ham by their clans and languages in their territories and nations. And so instead of going by family, it's actually breaking them up by their diversity, their clan, their territory. And so Ham is actually going to be the descendants of Nimrod. So Nimrod is actually the grandson of Ham, and they're actually going to be the establishing the kingdom of Babylon and Assyria, which would actually be eventually they will be enemies of Israel. And then if you read through the Bible, you will understand and realize that it's actually Shem who has the descendants that lead to Abraham, which would be Israel, and he would be the father of many nations. And then so really this gives us an idea of these descendants and these territories of these nations, of how the Bible is described in the location of it as well. So it gives us a little bit of a history lesson, the starting point of that. So I want to encourage you to really dive in a little bit, but that's a little bit of history between the descendants of Noah, these sons of Noah. And then in verse 32, the last verse of chapter 10 says this: these are the clans of Noah's sons who had one language. I was reading in chapter 11, verse 32. These are the clans of Noah's sons according to their lines of descent within their nations. From these, the nations spread out over the earth after the flood. Now, on Monday, we will get into the Tower of Babel, but that will be Monday, so you need to tune in for that. But until that time, I want to encourage you to join us tomorrow morning at Shrewsbury Assembly. We're going to continue our series on conversations with Jesus. You're not going to want to miss tomorrow morning. We're excited for that. You can join us online if you're not in the area. And then we'll be back on Monday. We'll be on Genesis chapter 11, Tower of Babel on Monday for another Daily Dose for Spiritual Growth.